everybody. Welcome to another episode of Missy TV. Today, I'm going to be showing you how you can use any book, any book under the sun, to practice your speech sounds. And I'm going to be using this book called Strictly No Elephants to show you how to do that. But remember, you can use any book you want. You can use a picture book, you can use a chapter book, you can use a magazine. Anything with pictures or print or both will work for this. So the way I'm going to be doing this is that for every page, I'm going to be picking a different speech sound from my little egg collection here. So each egg has a different speech sound in it. And I promise you that inside one of those eggs is going to be your speech sound. But the reason we're going to be using a different speech sound for each page is to show you that on any page of any book or in any book, you can find words with your sound and you can use those words to practice. Are you ready? All right, let's jump right in. Strictly No Elephants by Lisa Manchev and illustrated by Taeyoon Yu. The trouble with having a tiny elephant for a pet is that you never quite fit in. Okay, so now we have an illustration or a picture and we have some text. And what we're gonna do is we are going to choose an egg to see what speech sound we're gonna be looking for. So let's do that first. Let's see, I got the S and the Z. These two go together because really they're the same sound except for the S, your voice is off. And for the Z, your voice is on. Zzz. For my S kids, you know that when you say your S and Z, you're trapping your tongue behind your teeth. So pretend your teeth are a cage, make a cage, and inside that cage there's a snake and you don't want to let him out. You don't want to let him out of that cage. So zzz. Okay. So we've got the S and Z, and now what we're going to do is we are going to be speech detectives. And we're going to look on the page and in the text for words that have the S and the Z sound. Ready? Here we go. Oh, already I found one. The elephant and the little boy are looking out the window, and what do they see? They see leaves. I hear a Z at the end of the word leaves. Do you hear it? So that would count if you're an S or a Z kid. You're working on those sounds. And what you would do is you would practice that word leaves 10 times. Okay? So we've got one. Let's see if we can find another one. How about, remember we're looking for S's and Z's. Oh, it looks like they are sitting in bed. So you can even look in the picture for things that the characters are doing. In this case, they are sitting in bed. So then you would say the word sitting 10 times. And I'm sure we can find lots more S and Z words in this page if we look. We can also look in the text. I think in this case, I don't see any S or Z words in the text, but certainly we can find some more. Like, oh, there are some stripes on the wall. That's a great one because there are two S's. Stripes. So you would keep looking for S's and Z's if those were your target sound in the rest of the book. And you would start making a list. But we're gonna switch to a different sound on the next page. Here we go. Ready? No one else has an elephant. Not a very common pet, I would think. So now what are we gonna do? We're gonna pick a different target sound from our egg collection. And we got the letter, one of my favorites. We've got the velar sounds, the G and the K, the sounds that you make in the back of your throat. So now we're gonna go on a little speech hunt and we're gonna look for words in the text or in the illustrations that have the G and the K sound. Ready? Here we go. Oh, right away I found one. What do you see in the window right there? I see a cat, which has our K sound at the beginning. So you would practice the word cat 10 times. Let's see if we can find another one. Oh, right away I found another one. Who's in this window? 2 dogs. I hear a G at the end of the word dog. So that would be a great one to practice if you're working on K and G. Add that to your list. Let's see if there's any more. Oh, found another one. Look at the building. The building is made of bricks. I hear a K at the end of the word brick. So you would add that one to your list. And if you're a G or a K kid, or if your target sound is G or K and K, you'll be doing that through the rest of the book and you'll be making a list. All right, we're gonna turn the page and we're gonna focus on a different sound. Here we go. Every day I take my elephant for a walk. His is a very thoughtful sort of walk. Oh, so cute. Little elephant is holding the umbrella for his boy. All right, let's pick our target sound. We got the letter and the sound. Let's see if you know what it is. What is it? The R sound. Oh, this is the perfect page for the R sound because look at what it's doing outside. It's raining. I hear an R in the word raining. I also see the elephant carrying in an umbrella. I hear an R in that word. And let's see. The little boy is wearing a raincoat and rain boots. So I think we're getting the hang of this. You're going to be looking for words on every page that have your target sound. And I'm looking in the text now because we should remember to look in the text. I see every day I take my elephant for a walk. I see one word in that sentence that has the R sound. Let's see if you can find it. Every day I take my elephant for a walk. There it is. I see that R at the end of the word for. So we've got raining and umbrella and raincoat and rain boots and 4. We already found 5 just in a couple seconds of looking at the page. So you're going to add those to your list. And now we're going to switch to another sound for this page. He doesn't like the cracks in the sidewalk much. I always go back and help him over. That's what friends do. Lift each other over the cracks. What a sweet relationship they have. All right, it's time to choose our sound. Let's see what we get. I got the letter or the sound. Ooh, R clusters. If you're working on R clusters, you know who you are. So an R cluster is when you see an R next to another consonant. So a word like, let's get our little notebook and we'll write some R cluster words. A word like trouble. I see the R next to another consonant, in this case the T, and that is an R cluster. We could also use grape. There's another R cluster. This time it's GR. We could do a BR cluster like brother. Okay, so those are some examples of R clusters. Now we're going to look for some more R clusters in the page. Got our little magnifying glass. And, oh, right away I found one. What does the elephant not like to do? He does not like to step on the cracks. Let's find that word cracks. He doesn't like the cracks. I see a CR at the beginning of the word cracks. So that would be a great word. And there's another R cluster. Great to add to your list. The boy is walking the elephant on a string. There's another R cluster. This time it has 3 consonants. I'm going to write it out for you. On our list here, we're going to write the word string. S-T-R-I-G. This is a 3 consonant cluster, but it still has an R in it, so it's still an R cluster. String. All right, so we found cracks and string so far. And any more R clusters on here? Be creative. Look closely at the boy's face and the elephant's face. Are they smiling? No. What's it called when your face looks like this? That is called a frown. And that's another R cluster. So remember, be looking for your target sounds in both the illustrations and the texts. Or the text, excuse me. And I found another one in the text already. He says, I always go back and help him over. That's what friends do. Found another R cluster. This time it's an FR in the word friends. You ready to turn the page? Okay, we're going to switch sounds. Today I'm walking my tiny elephant to number 17. It's Pet Club Day and everyone will be there. They're going to Pet Club. Okay, let's pick our sound. I got, the TH sound. When you see T and H together, the sound is as in think, or as in those. The only difference between and is your voice is on or off. So TH without your voice sounds like think. See how my tongue comes between my teeth and the air goes forward? For the other one, your voice is on. That's the only difference. All right, so let's look for some TH words in this picture. They're going to Pet Club. Oh, right away. I already said a sentence with a TH. I said they. They are going to Pet Club. So you can add that one right to your list. They. It looks like this little girl has a shaggy dog. Oh, I already said another one. This. So we've got this and they. And it looks like most of the pets, and there's another one, most of the pets are what we usually see as house pets. Cats, dogs, but not all of them. The little boy is coming with his elephant. And I just said another TH when I said the word with. He's coming with his elephant. See how many you can find if you're just a little bit creative? You might not see the actual words in the print or the illustration, but when you start talking about the picture, all kinds of words with your target sound are going to come up. All right, let's turn the page. Come along, there's a good boy. I coax him the last few feet. It'll be fine. Poor elephant is feeling shy. When I look up, there's a sign on the door. I wonder what the sign is. Before we find out, we're gonna pick another egg and see what target sound we get. Let's see, I got another one of my favorites, the L sound. A lot of you guys are working on the L sound. So my friends who are working on L, you know what your tongue has to do. The tip of your tongue goes up to the top of your mouth behind your teeth. Like that. L, L, L. So you want to make sure you get your tongue up and keep it behind your teeth. Let's go on an L hunt. Ready? Oh, right away. Who do we have right here on the little boy's back? We have an elephant. Right away, we got an L word. And I just called the boy a little boy. Little. 2 L's in that word. Awesome. I see some leaves growing on the tree. Leaves. There's another L word. And I'm hunting. I'm searching. Sometimes you have to get creative. Oh, I forgot to look in the text. I better do that now. I see right away. The little boy says, come along. There's another one right in the text, along. And then in the next sentence, he says, I coaxed him the last few feet. So we've got last as well. Tons of L words if you just look. In fact, here's another one. He says, when I look up, look. See how we can find our target sound in just about any page of any book, either in the text or the illustration? Pretty cool. Here's that sign. It says, strictly no elephants. Wow. Well, that's a bummer. How do you think that makes the boy and the elephant feel? Yikes. My tiny elephant leads me back to the sidewalk, never minding the cracks. That's what friends do. Brave the scary things for you. All right, let's pick our sound. We've only got a few more in the basket. We're getting through all the big speech sounds to practice. And we've got the F and the V. And I put those sounds together because, again, the only difference is if your voice is on or off. For the F sound, do you hear your voice on or off? I don't hear a voice, so my voice is off for the F sound. And for the V sound, all I have to do is turn on my voice. So we have for F and for V. I call it the lip biter sound because you're biting your lip to make those sounds, both of them. All right, let's look for some F and V words in our text. Let's see what we got here. Well, it looks like inside the house we have some friends, or at least they're friends with each other. Friends. And I can see some faces in the door and in the window. Faces. Let's see if there's anything in the text. Oh, there's another one. We've got the word friends. Friends. So lots and lots of F words here on these pages. I don't see a whole lot of V words, but we can be creative again. On the tree, there are some leaves. Sorry, Missy that had a hard time saying that one. Leaves. So you can hear the V in the end of the word leaves. That one would be a good one to put on your list. All right, let's turn the page. Let's see what happens next. In this illustration, there is no text, there are no words, but that's okay because we can look for target sounds in the pictures. Let's pick our new sound. We only have 3 left. This time I picked S clusters. We talked about clusters a little bit earlier. It's when 2 or 3 consonants are together in a word. So let's make a little S cluster list so that we know what they look like. We could do the word slide. That word has an S and an L right next to each other, 2 consonants. So that is an S cluster. We have snow, SN, still an S cluster, it just has an N instead of an L this time. Snow, and how about swing? Another S cluster, this time SW, swing. All right, looks like the sun is shining through the clouds. Let's find some S clusters in this illustration. Let's see. I see a lot of people walking in the rain. Oh, you know what happens when it rains a lot? Sometimes the road gets slippery. I hear an SL cluster in the word slippery. And when it's raining and it's a little bit chilly, sometimes you gotta wear a scarf. I hear an SC cluster in the beginning of the word scarf. And if you kept on hunting, you would find many, many more. Let's continue. Looks like they're walking home in the rain. Did you try to go to the pet club meeting too? The girl asks. Oh, did I miss something on the page? Oh, it looks like he bumped into a little girl and she said, Did you try to go to the pet club meeting too? The girl asks. Yes, I say, but they don't allow elephants. Uh-oh. The sign didn't mention skunks, the little girl says, but they don't want us to play with them either. They don't know any better, I tell her. So it looks like the little boy with his elephant and the little girl with her skunk got excluded or left out of the pet club. How do you think they feel about that? Probably not so good. All right, let's pick our sound. And this time we've got the SH sound. When you put S next to the H, you get the quiet sound. It says shh. Shh. All right, so let's see if we can find some SH words in this picture. Oh, look at the boy's feet. What is he wearing on his feet? He's wearing shoes. We already found one. And we're gonna keep on hunting. Oh, the boy is a he and the girl is a she. So you would add shoes and she to your list and then you would keep on hunting. You might even talk about the rain shower that they just had. I hear an SH at the beginning of the word shower. And they had some rain showers. Okay, moving on. He doesn't stink, the girl adds. No, he doesn't, I agree. What if we start our own club? What a great idea. They're gonna start their own pet club. Okay, let's pick our last sound of the day. I got the CH or ch sound. And one way you can practice this is by thinking about making the t, t, t sound, the T sound, and then adding an SH to that. So your tongue is gonna act like it's making a T and then you're gonna add a SH, and when you put those together, you get a CH sound. Ch, ch, ch. All right, let's see if we can find some ch words in the picture. And right away, we see 2 children. Children. I hear a ch in the word children. And it looks like their pets, the elephant and the skunk, are checking each other out. So you could add children and checking or checking out. And you would keep on hunting in the book for more CH words. Oh, I already thought of one. They are choosing to make their own pet club, which I love. They're choosing to make their own. Since no one would let them in the other one. Great idea. Come along, I say, making certain that my elephant follows me, because that's what friends do. They never leave anyone behind. And I agree. So whatever your sound is, I want you to practice hunting for words that have your sound in this illustration. See if you can find one or two. You can pause it if you need a little bit longer to hunt. And don't forget to look in the text as well. Look, I got a little shadow from that bright sun. And it looks like they started the unusual pet club. Look at all these unusual pets. No one has your average pet like a cat or a dog. Everybody has something kind of exotic or unusual. You see a giraffe. That would be a good one if you're working on that j sound, which we didn't talk about that one today. But again, this video is about how you can find any target sound in any text or any story or any illustration if you look hard enough and you're creative enough. So we've got a giraffe, a narwhal, an armadillo. Armadillo would be great for you R kids or you L kids. I hear both an R and an L in the word armadillo. We've got a skunk, which is a great S cluster, and it has our k and our k sound in it, our velar k sound in it. Porcupine, bat. There's a lot to look at in this illustration. You could probably find a lot of words with your target sound, whatever you're working on. We can play here, one of our new friends says, all of us. So they're not excluding anyone. They're letting anybody come in their exotic pet club. How awesome. I want to be in that club. How about you? Okay, so now that we learned how we can make any book a tool for practicing our target sounds, I'm going to show you how you're going to practice those sounds once you're done collecting your word list. So as you go through your story, whichever one you pick, you're gonna make a list of words. So on a piece of paper, you're gonna write your name, the date, and your target sound at the top. And I'm gonna give you an example. So let me go ahead and fill it out. My name is Miss Z, so I would write Miss Z. And today's date is April 9th, 2020. So I would put the date. And then I'm going to pretend that my target sound is the L sound. The L sound. Now, let's think back to some of the words in our text. I think we talked about leaves. We definitely talked about the elephant. I remember the boy saying the word look in the text. And we talked about the boy being a little boy. So, once you have your word list, and I want you to have at least 10 words on your list, you're going to practice each word 10 times. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to listen to your own speech and you're going to make either a check or a minus if you said the word right or wrong. So let's try it with the word leaves. I'm going to do it 10 times and I'm going to make a check if I say the L right and a minus if I get it wrong. Ready? Leaves, 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 weaves. Oops. Leaves, leaves, weaves. Oops. Leaves, leaves, leaves. Let's see if I did it 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. I'm done with my practice of the word leaves. Then I'm going to go through my whole list and do the same thing 10 times for each word. I want you to listen really close to yourself so that you can score yourself accurately or correctly. And in speech, I don't mind if you're putting minuses there. It just tells me you're doing a great job listening to yourself. There's another word with our L, listening. But I do want you to try to get them as accurate or correct as you can. And then finally, when you're done with all your word practice, you're going to make a sentence about each word. The sillier, the better, because I want this to be fun. So I might say something silly like, my pet elephant loves to eat leaves. Kind of silly, but makes it a little bit more fun to practice. So you'll make a silly sentence for each word on your list, and then you'll be all done with your speech practice for the day. So that, my friends, is how you can make any book a speech practice tool. Happy practicing. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next episode of Miss Z TV. Mwah!